There are two types of floor warming mats available from LATICRETE: area mats and customizable mats. Area mats are simply placed in an area to be heated, while customizable mats can be configured to accommodate larger areas. Manipulating the mat is easy. Cut the white mesh and turn the mat in the opposite direction to create rows. Customize the mat to heat the desired area. Test and record the system resistance of the floor warming mat again. If you are using the LATICRETE electric wire fault indicator to monitor your installation, simply disconnect the unit to test the resistance and then reconnect following the test. Once you have established your dry mat layout, mark the desired sensor location, the sensor lead path, and the supply lead path back to the control location. Be sure to mark the path on the underlayment. In some cases, local codes may require sensor lead paths and supply lead paths to be placed in grooves notched into the subfloor or underlayment. Be sure to remove the mat from the workspace when preparing grooves to avoid damaging the mat. Next, apply pressure to the self-adhesive mesh to secure the position of the mat on the underlayment. If you are working with a wood or backer board substrate, you can use staples to secure the mat to the substrate. Remember, staples should only be installed through the white mesh, never over a blue heating element. Once the floor warming mat is in place, the supply lead is wired into the wall through the sole plate. Install the floor warming sensor. Run the sensor in between or parallel to the heating wires from an open side of the mat. Be careful not to cross any blue heating elements. Please note that local building code may require that the sensor be installed in a groove. Additionally, hot glue may be used to secure the sensor. Test and record the resistance of the floor warming sensor. Set the ohm meter to 20K. The meter should read a level between 8K and 12K. Test and record the system resistance of the floor warming mat again. If you are using the LATICRETE electric wire fault indicator to monitor your installation, disconnect the unit and then reconnect after completing the test. There are three different options for installing the LATICRETE floor warming mat. 1. Encapsulate the mat in a layer of self-leveling mortar. 2. Encapsulate the mat in a layer of Polymer fortified thin-set mortar and allow to cure. 3. Encapsulate the mat in a bed of Polymer fortified thin-set and in one step install the tile or stone floor. Method 1. Self-leveling mortar. First, you must prime the substrate. Follow the manufacturer's instructions regarding cure time. Next, apply a thin coat of self-leveling mortar completely over the surface of the mat. Be sure to completely cover the entire mat. LATICRETE self-leveling underlayment is recommended. When using LATICRETE floor warming mats and LATICRETE self-leveling underlayment, the use of a metal lath is not required. Once the mortar is cured, proceed to the tile installation. Method 2. Skim coat. Begin by using the flat side of a trowel or a rubber float to apply a smooth skim coat of a Polymer fortified thin-set mortar over the LATICRETE floor warming mat. Make sure to use enough mortar to cover the heating element wire in its entirety. LATICRETE Polymer fortified thin-set mortar is recommended for floor warming installations. Once the mortar is cured, proceed with the tile installation. Make sure to follow all TCNA guidelines and LATICRETE recommendations for tile setting materials. Method 3. Install mortar and tile in one step. Use the flat side of a trowel or a rubber float to apply a smooth skim coat of LATICRETE Polymer fortified thin-set mortar over the LATICRETE floor warming mat. Make sure to use enough mortar to cover the heating element wire in its entirety. Trowel additional thin-set mortar and set tile in one step. Test and record the system resistance of the floor warming mat again. Finally, have the LATICRETE floor warming thermostat installed by a licensed electrician. If multiple mats are utilized in a floor warming installation, a junction box will be required. All electrical connections must comply with all applicable building and electrical codes. A licensed electrician is required to make all electrical connections and to install the LATICRETE floor warming thermostat. If electrical connections are performed by anyone other than a licensed electrician, all warranties and claims will be void. For wiring schematics or any other electrical information, please visit our website at www.laticrete.com. For complete product information regarding LATICRETE floor warming, see datasheet 603.0. For complete installation instructions, see LATICRETE Floor Warming Installation Manual, datasheet 608.9. A vast product line allows LATICRETE to offer the most comprehensive floor warming program available today.